Hello everyone, welcome back to Portugal. We're here in Portimao. We had a few problems with the lobby, but we're back. And it turns out that, according to the drivers, the track is actually going to be fully wet at the start of this Grand Prix. I'm joined by Bram once again here in Portugal. Bram, it's full wet conditions, something that I don't think many drivers have done. I don't think many drivers have even done a Portugal League race, let alone in the wet. So what can we expect from this race? Tris is on pole and Nicky's already been disqualified for spinning.
Yeah, we've seen the weather forecast and it's gonna dry up quite quickly. So I'm expecting the drivers to tiptoe around until the dry comes.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be tricky to keep it on track. There's a lot of puddles on the track, and
yeah,
with
a lot.
elevation change, it's going to be tricky on traction as
There
well.
is a lot. I'm seeing this. There's a lot of puddles.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully, Bram, the rain can stop early. Obviously,
Yeah.
the drivers gave us the screenshot of the actual race, and they said that it was going to dry up. So that's what we've tried to do on the custom weather.
We had a bit of an issue with the lobby.
Yeah.
It glitched after qualifying, so we've got the quali results in and the weather forecast is in as well. So
yeah.
looking forward to a good race. The drivers are lining up on the grid
Bram,
right now.
who's going to win?
To go in Portugal. Viborino is going to win.
Viborino's going to win. Here we go then. It's 2 lights. There's no glitching no more, Bram. It's 5 lights for the Portuguese Grand Prix of Tier 2. And it's already a drive-through for Viborino. It's a great start there from the Ferrari. But Tris leads into turn 1. And now Viborino, who is, for some reason, a ghost car.
He's jumped the start, Maddie. He's got a drive-through.
And there's already been a spin out. It's Ray Lex. He's out. It's all kicking off in the back. Matthew's trying to go up the inside of Dan Susan. Dan Susan's up in a P7. And I have no idea what happened there, Bram. But Raylex is gone. And Viborino, for some reason, is AI mode. And he's got a drive-through. As you said.
Yeah, he's jumped the start.
Yeah, I know, but he's got a drive-through. That's what I meant. Sorry, Dan, there's a big action going on here. My commentary right now is really bad. I'm really confused. Matthew's up the inside. And Matthew's made a big mistake. Another Red Bull's up the inside, that's crooking up in a P7. We've got Ski Man making a great start. He's gone from P15 to P9. Bit squirmish on the exit there. And he's lost the position to Dilemma. And it is really starting to kick off in the back. As Ski Man tries to go up the inside of Dilemma at the back there. He's had a big moment, has Trixie. And now Mex is trying to get on him up the inside. And it's kicking off. Kicking off here in Portugal. I think Bram's had to go temporarily there. As Viborino is going to serve his drive-through. Welcome back, Bram. We've got some action. Mex has aquaplaned.
And there's side-by-side action into turn 1 as well. Trixie and Ripley both having some problems on
Dilemma, sorry, Bram,
Dilemma.
although running outside of Maffio, and they both collided there into, I think that's turn 4, and now Ski Man is going to be right on the back. Ski Man's been right on the back of Dilemma here, and he's going to go try and go up the inside, but no, can't do it. And he stays in P9.
And at the front is looking quite stable. Volta's picked up some pace, he's up into P3 already. Dambos has had an incredible start. Let's have a look how many positions he's made up. He's made up 7 positions in 1 lap to get up to P4.
That's a center lap, that is. That is a center lap.
That is definitely a center lap. And we know Dambos' pace in the wet is something else.
And Ski-Man has gone. I think that might be a safety car, Bram. He's aquaplaned it with Ripley.
Is it the double crash?
The two Alpines. The 2 Alpines. Both aquaplaned
together. Wow. Alpine won't be buying any Samsung
safety car
soon.
Safety car's been deployed.
That's the first safety car. Expected drivers to box for inters, as
Nicky's in.
Nicky does. He's definitely going on inter. Same for Damble. Smart decision from them. I agree with the decision. Dilemma's overtaking Matty into the pits. On the pit entry.
Intermediates out for McLaren. But the rain is still quite heavy from the bird's eye view.
Muddy, it's been quite a clean start for a wet race, in my opinion.
I mean, Ski Man and Ripley, not a very good start for those guys. But I don't know how, why Dan and Nicky have both gone for intermediates, because there's so many puddles.
I agree with it.
There's so many puddles still out.
It's gonna dry up soon, and they've just basically given themselves a free pit stop, Muddy. It's a good choice because the inters, even if there are puddles, they're more tricky to drive, but they're not slower than wet tires.
Okay. They've definitely done a good job, Codemasters, on this game with the puddles. I'll tell you that now. Done a very good job.
Maybe over exaggerated a bit, but it's nice. It's looking decent. As Nicky gets squirmy on exit. Even under the safety car. Right then, Muddy, the race has stabilized and we've seen split strategies from the drivers. Some drivers opting for inters, some staying on the wets.
Yes.
When do you expect it to dry up?
I ain't got a clue. I don't know. It's still raining pretty hard. So
Yes, it's looking like heavy rain still, as no one's gone into the pits this lap except for Dambos, who's boxed again. That's interesting. Is he going back on full wets?
yeah, I might think it's not dry enough for those intermediates.
He's back on it. He's keeping it on inters. He's just boxed for the sake of it.
I don't know why he's picked. I don't know. I don't know why Fiborino is a ghost. That isn't making sense to me. Because you'd only ghost if you was an AI driver.
Fibrino's disconnected.
That might be the problem then. He might have just had. It's just confusing. I'm really confused. I've just been really just confused tonight, Bram, with this race. It's been very weird. Obviously, we had that problem in qualifying. Just really knocks your flow commentary-wise when you have problems. So
Definitely, yeah.
very sorry, viewers, but you will have to bear with me tonight, I think.
Fibrino gets back into the session.
That's good. That's good.
Not going racing just yet by the looks of it. We'll have to wait one more lap. And the rain has definitely decreased in heaviness. There's a bit of a dry patch forming. I think those guys on inters have made the right call, Maldi.
Yeah, I think they have. Well, there's still many puddles, so we'll have to see. But there is a dry line forming now, and we know from. I do hope Fibrino can get back in. We do know from previous races, Bram, that the track does dry up very quickly.
As Rayleigh decides to jump.
Yeah, so Rayleigh is in the pits. Fibrino is still AI. Is he AI for you, Bram? Or am I...
Yeah, he is.
I don't... It's weird, I don't get it. Yeah, very eventful scenes here. Jack continues then on those full wet tyres. But yeah, the track is looking quite... you can see the dry line there forming.
Yeah, definitely. It's time for inters, I think. If it seems hard to make the decision to box onto inters, if you're at the front of the pack on wets, it will benefit you under the safety car. I don't get why they didn't box last lap, because they'll have to box in a few laps and they will lose a ton of time. Mafio's made a good decision now. He's in provisional P2, but he will spin anyway, so
Don't say that.
we just all know it's gonna happen.
I don't know yet, but maybe they could wait, maybe for the track to dry out, but then it won't be very...
Oh, and there's a spinner on the safety car. Arjax has retired from the race, but the safety car doesn't care and it's gonna go in this lap.
Yeah, okay.
That's interesting to say. That
Great Portuguese Grand Prix this, Bram. You haven't even done one lap yet and we already lost 3 drivers. The rain definitely proving...
Was it? Safety car came out lap 3.
Oh, well, anyway, here we go then. Tristan is going to be controlling the pace on this restart. They're going to be gearing up, Bram. If I was you, I said this to Matt yesterday, if I was you, just be quiet for this restart. Just be quiet, Bram.
Oh, and he's going very slowly.
Here we go.
And he's really bunching up the
Yeah,
pack.
he's going to go last minute, Bram. He's going to go last minute. It's going to kick off and he's go, go, go. And Volta to get off to a great start. Let's look at Nicky and Mafio, Mafio down the straight. Mafio's in provisional
3 wide
P1.
action at the back.
Oh, and Dan soldiers hit the back of Nicky. Sorry, Dan hit the back of Nicky there. And he's now at the inside of people runners. He's still in a ghost car, apparently. I think that might be a little glitch on our end. But Mafio's in provisional P1 now. Bram.
Yeah, and that's
and Nicky's dropped down. 3 wide with the 2 Ferraris.
And Nicky's losing places. He's now down to P10.
Dilemma looking pretty quick. Are those intermediates the right tyre, Bram? Because the wet runners. But then again,
Dilemma's defo keeping up. He's looking to make a move on Matty. He's been looking at his gearbox all lap. Matty goes a bit wide. Dilemma is trying to swoop around the outside. He might be able to go for a switchback here.
But then again, this is Matt we're talking about. So.
Oh, and he's been hit off the back by Dambos, Maddy. There's been contact between Dilemma and Dambos. Nicky's off the track. He's span.
Oh no.
And it's treacherous conditions out here today.
What happened to Nicky? Did he just spin?
Yeah, he spun on his own. But Matty's got a grip advantage now.
That's a disaster. Trix is in the pits. I think Fiborino's putting a few people off. He's in ghost mode. Yeah, do bear with me, guys. I'm a little bit confused at the moment.
And Fiborino's just driven through F1 X Dilemma.
That must be a glitch on our end, Bram. Must be. I'm sorry, but he's still an AI driver. This is
purple in the first sector as well, Maddy. I think it's defo time for Inters now. Fiborino's looking rapid. And Mafio is not looking as quick. He's lost time to Crookrun, but that might.
And Dan's been pushed off the circuit and has been given a penalty.
Ooh.
He's going to be fuming now. He's going to be livid now, Bram. Danny's going to be fuming with Dilemma.
And Dilemma's off the track. Dilemma's in the wall. And he's just locked up on his full wet tires. But he keeps going, which is good to see.
Look at Fiborino. Just driving through everyone. Oh dear me.
This is what Lewis Hamilton must have felt like in Brazil.
Yeah. Nikolai's in there.
And there's another spinner. Oh, it's Dilemma again.
Yeah, Dilemma again. Spinning. A few people in the pits then. Crooken's in the pit lane. Nikolai's in the pits. Mex is on intermediates, Raylex on inters, Dan's on inters, Mafio's on inters. Mafio's had a great start, and Volta's locked up into turn 3, and now Barino is going to be right onto the back of the Aston Martin.
Not on the back, inside
the Aston Martin.
At this point, Viborino knows it. He's just abusing it. Might be something the stewards will have to look into, as he's now catching up to Tris rapidly, and yeah, those full wets are just.
But to be fair though, Bram, even if he was able to drive through, even if he didn't drive through people, he would still be.
Look at Scar on the
he'd still be in P1 anyway. As Mafio's going to go all the way around the outside. What a move!
Oh, and Dambos lost his front wing. He's hit the back of CHR Volta, and he's lost his front wing end plate, Maldi.
Oh, this is... Oh, it's just a disaster, isn't it, for Dan?
It's going from bad to worse for Dambos. Volta's lost another position. Rayleigh is up into net P3.
Tris is in the pits.
Tris goes into the pits. Volta's in the pits as well. Nicky just keeps setting fastest lap after fastest lap, but he's quite far behind.
I feel sorry for Dan Boss.
Yeah, me too, but it definitely was his own fault though. There's no one else to blame but himself. It's looking like a strong result for AlphaTauri, Maldi. P3 and P4.
Well, let's not speak too soon, shall we?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, definitely calmed down, hasn't it, Brown? This has been a lovely Portuguese Grand Prix, this. Yeah, it's been really interesting. Yep. Yeah. No sarcasm at all there.
Viborino is just walking away with it at this point. Everyone extra.
Mafio has closed the gap slightly, though. I believe it was over 3 seconds. No, it's just under. I mean, they do say Brazilians are amazing in the wet. Bram, and this is, you know, this is showing it.
Definitely. There's a battle at the back. Volta's looking quicker than Trixie. The gap between the two drivers is 4/10.
Interesting to see what happens when when it dries out, Bram, because obviously Tris needs to close a 19-second gap on Nicky.
But Volta's got a better exit than Trixie's gonna go for a move on the straight, man. Sorry to interrupt you.
Alright.
Trixie looks to be quicker on the straight line. Volta's not really gaining a lot of time. He's gonna have to dive it down the inside of turn 3, I think. But he makes a bit of a mistake, and that's his chance to go for a move. Done and over.
Dan Boss really pushing that car hard. Crooken's had a pretty rough race. Very rough race.
Yeah, definitely. He's made some mistakes on the strategy, and that's what I was thinking. You could just get punished if you don't pit under the safety car for inters. It was a logical choice, and half the field just didn't realize it.
One driver that I think is going to be kicking himself is Tris.
Yeah, this was his chance to get some big points in the championship.
Yeah.
Trixie's gone off track again. Volta's looking to go for a switchback. He's catching up rapidly. They almost
got the inside
contact.
And Nicky sets the
Volta's
fastest
gonna
lap.
try to keep it around the outside, but Trixie's having none of it. Volta goes for a bit of a switchback. I will leave him with the inside for the final corner, which I'm not sure if you want it. They're side by side, and it's a great move by Volta. Let's have a look if Trixie can come back at him.
Yeah, gonna have that overtaken.
Definitely can. He's
Volta
got
goes very defensive there, Bram. Sorry, very defensive there from the Aston Martin. Pulls back to the racing line. It's a yellow flag. It's a Ferrari. It's Dan Sulza.
has lost the car.
I think it's retirement time for the Brazilian. Yeah.
And that's once again another DNF added to the tally for Dan Bos. Even in his favorite conditions, he couldn't muster a good race together. And Rayleigh got a bit more pace than Mafia, I think. Maldi, he's 4 tenths behind the English driver.
The English driver.
He's got a better exit off the final corner as well. Mafio's had a shocking line.
Mafio's had a shocking lap. He's lost a second to Fiberin. Or Fiberino, whatever you want to call him.
Ralex has got a big toe, a big slipstream, but the straight line speed advantage just is not big enough to go for a move. But if Mafio makes a mistake here or there, it's definitely a big opportunity for Ralex to snap up that P2.
Yeah, it's all about... Bruno is still Ghost.
Interesting. I think he's gonna stay a Ghost for the whole race. And Matti's gone wide, Maldi.
Mafio is just not good at this circuit, is he? And the rain really does not help him either. I do hope it dries up a little bit, Bram, so we can have a little bit of some battles, because this race has been, I'm going to say it, a little bit dry.
Definitely need some extra spice.
The first race that has ever been wet and dry at the same time.
Yeah. It's going to dry up soon, so...
Hopefully. Right then.
Don't worry about that.
Rayleigh X. Oh, this is the battle we're looking at. Rayleigh X. Mafio, Rayleigh X, Mex Angiux, and Nicky. Tris does look pretty slow in these conditions as well.
Yeah, he's losing time to Nicky. And Nicky scored right back up to the back of Angiux. Well, I say that, he's suddenly lost half a second on the timing.
And Angiux picks up a penalty there.
Angiux is picking up penalty after penalty.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not a very good performance so far. Well, it's a good performance by the Mexican, but penalties-wise, it's not. That's going to drop him down the order. The squash moment out of the hairpin from Mex. I do hope this rain stops soon, Bram, because we need some, you know... There's not much spray coming off the tyres, to be honest. But it is still raining quite hard. And Mafio's got a outbreak of stuff again there, Bram, through Samsung. I love how that corner's actually called Samsung. I love it. Nikolai's keeping the gap to Tris as well, Bram. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this.
Yeah, Nikolai is catching up. This is not Tris's piece of cake.
Really not. Strategy really
it's
didn't...
not my piece of cake as a commentator either. It's not very fun to commentate.
It's really not. Well,
really much happening as I say that.
Yeah, that's very
exactly.
Fun. That's very fun to commentate over that. Look at that. Lovely drifting there from Mafio. Drifting. Yeah. I think Mafio should leave Formula 1 and go to rallying just like Kimi Räikkönen did. Come back next season. Do a league on dirt rally. Trix is having a nice little lonely chill race here, Bram. P9 at the moment, 5.5 seconds is the gap to Volta. And he's just driving just casually around the circuit.
Yeah, like most drivers, the one who's not driving casually though is Rayleigh. He's really hunting down Mafio. He's not got.
Oh, and Mafio goes
to make
very
a move
wide
just yet.
Yeah, Mafio goes very wide there. This is it.
Rayleigh might be able to. Might be able to line up the exit. He's consistently been able to get better exits than Mafio out of the final corner.
But it's going to be
Mafio
disgusting.
pulls away in the flat out.
He's got a lot more ERS as well, might I add, than Rayleigh X.
Yeah, Mafio just maintains that position, but one mistake and Rayleigh X will take that position. And speaking of mistake, Mafio's gone wide again.
Yeah, he was complaining about the first sector that he couldn't do it in practice. So I don't know how he's feeling in these wet conditions.
Volta is now up the back of Dilemma as he sets the fastest lap of the race. That's a sign of conditions improving. It's still raining, so, but the conditions definitely seem to be improving. Nicky's caught up to this train, and he seems to have some great pace in this wet race.
Definitely. I think we're going to see Tris come alive when the track dries.
Definitely, yeah, in a drying track. Once that track dries and he gets on those dry tires, he's gonna
Rain has stopped, Bram. The rain has stopped. And Mafio's gone wide once again. Is this time for dry tyres?
The race is really heating up now. It's not time for dries just yet. Madi, I can secure you of that, but next lap or in a lap or two. This lap, no. Definitely not. And Mafio gets a squiggle of the exit of the final corner. Really, has got a big toe.
But Mafio's got more ERS, who's going to be again ahead.
Mafio goes in wide into turn 1. Relix get a better exit. But he's not able to make a move.
Kicking off.
Slightly disappointed.
Is Tris going to go fastest lap? No. Slightly quicker than Volta's quickest lap though. 2/10 quicker than the French driver. Right, so it looks like Tris has gained some pace now, Bram.
Yeah, once the track gets drier, he just performs better. And Nicky's not got past Max Andriuk so far, which is interesting to me because
Mafio's gone wide. Mafio's gone wide. Here we go. It's all kicking off. It's going to kick off in the pit lane now. What is going to happen with Alpha Tauri? They're going to have to double stack, Bram. This is going to be
They've both run right.
This is going to be a disaster, Bram, because they're both out.
And Aurelius going for a move down the inside. Oh, and they've made contact. Mafio just turns right in and Radix. I'm not sure if he's got damage.
Fiberino's in the pit lane, but both Alpha Tauris are going to have to double stack. And Mafio's gone. Mafio's continued. Both Alpha Tauris are double stacking.
That's a stupid move by Max Andriux. DRS has not been enabled yet, but Fiberino.
It has been enabled. It has been enabled, Bram.
That's definitely a sign of the track dry.
Yeah, just before the they Charles went in the pits, and Mafio now is going to have to do the whole track. Look how bone dry the track is.
Yeah, the track's dry. This was the correct lap to pit, definitely.
Look how bone dry the track is now.
And luckily Reliax didn't have wing damage. He didn't have to replace his front wing. And he can still push on, and he will exit once Matt pits in the lead of this race, Maldi. And there's a yellow flag. Max Andriux has made a big mistake. He's out of the session.
Safety car's been deployed.
Fiberino span, Maldi. The leader. He's off.
Oh, Fiberino's off the circuit. Oh my God. Oh, disastrous scenes there for the Brazilian.
Bit of a late reaction.
Yeah, it was.
This safety car is gonna spice. Oh, Matt's gonna get a free pit stop. Matt's gonna be in the lead, Maldi.
No, don't. Don't.
Oh my days.
Don't. Don't start now. Don't start.
Let's have a look which tires he goes on to. The logical choice is medium, for you never know with Matt. The leaders are coming onto the main straight right now. They've still got the delta to deal with. Matt's gone on to mediums. Is he gonna exit in the lead? It's gonna be tight, but I think he is. And
Mafio leads the Portuguese Grand Prix. Is this foreshadowing that the admins of STB could potentially have a good race? That means that tomorrow I'm going to have a good race. Inject it. Inject it.
Nah, the tier 1 admin didn't have a very good race yesterday.
Shush.
And Matt still has his weekly spin to go. So
But I'll tell you something right now. Fiborino has done an incredible strategy call here. He has gone onto a set of softs. Now the softs can go, from my calculations, Bram, can go 13 laps. So it's gonna be close, but that's at the start of the race. And now the track is obviously the cars are a lot more lighter.
Yeah, so there's less. The cars will lean less on those tires through all the corners, so the tire well will be less. That's correct.
Yes, mediums will definitely go to the end of the Grand Prix. Drivers should be expecting to get about 3% per lap of tyre wear. The front left wears a little bit more, and the rear as well. So I've done my research, Bram. So this is how you know I'm going to win. I've done the research.
Yes.
For Portugal.
But knows the strategy.
This is the only track I know the strategy on. Literally the only
circuit.
circuit.
Is closing in on the safety car. The Lem is a lap down, and Cochran still has to catch up 40 seconds to the back of Trixie. So the safety car is definitely not gonna box this lap. And Viborino's disconnected again.
Oh, that was a disaster. Let's get him in because he's on a good strategy. I think he's been having connection issues the whole race, Bram, because he's been ghosting.
And Viborino's picked up a penalty as well, for good measure.
Ignoring yellow flag.
So that means he can hit people. How has he managed to pick up a penalty?
Ignoring yellow flags, huh?
For hitting people on their safety car, if he's a ghost. Didn't know ghosts could hit people.
This is weird.
Viborino's whole race is weird. He went from like 10 seconds in the lead to spinning to breaking his front wing. P6 on sauce with a penalty for hitting someone while being a ghost. It doesn't get weirder than that.
Welcome to STB. I believe Fiborino's back here. I'm just going to have to let him take control of his car.
And the sun
is out. And oh god, what's going on here?
And as
Fiborino's back in, but he's still glitched.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. He's on soft, so he can just drive through everyone once again. But his pace in the wet is definitely better than his pace in the dry. It's gonna be hard getting past Tris, Nicky. Yeah, Tris and Nicky.
Crocken, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he has to catch up a country mile before he's even.
He's got the Delta though. He has the Delta.
Ooh.
Is safety car in this lap? I don't think it is.
It's not.
Okay, that's good then for Crocken. I think he's limited to his Delta at the moment. Yeah, he is. He has to go his Delta lap. He has to go his Delta. What's going on here then? This race has been very weird, Bram. It's been very weird. I don't know what Fiborino's doing. He's glitched. Nikolai P7 at the moment, and then Crooken's just coming down the pit straight now.
And Crooken's gonna be able to catch up this lap, so the safety car will box this lap, and we have this 12 lap sprint race till the end. And I think
right, then, we've been talking
the right choice.
We've been talking about Fiborino, Bram.
Yeah.
But we haven't spoken about Maffeo. Maffeo is going to be leading this safety car restart. This is either going to be a race-making situation, or this is going to be a race-breaking situation. This is going to be the moment now that Maffeo's been waiting for the whole season. He's had very, very bad luck. He crashed with Milkman in Belgium. He crashed in Netherlands after deploying ERS. This is the time now, Bram, for Maffeo to actually do something with his life
He
Do some
crashed
movies
in
league great.
Netherlands after deploying ERS.
Well, it's true. But this is Mafio's opportunity now, Bram. This is it now. This is it. This is it. This is his opportunity. Triss needs to get past Nikki here. This is Triss's opportunity now to get some points over Nikki. This is incredible. Ray Lex is going to get involved. Bolt was going to get involved. And Fiborino's going to be on the charge on those softs.
Podium. I'm backing Rayleigh for a podium.
Here we go. I'm backing Mafio for the win. Come on. Portugal. Here we go then. He's going to leave it very late. He's warming up those tyres. And it's gone. It's gone.
He's left them for chips.
He's bolted. He's left the thingy for chips there. Talking of chips, Nicky's going to go and grab the chips off Ray Lex in the slipstream down into turn 1. Pulls to the outside. Ray Lex, great defending. The more these two battle, the more Mafio is going to get ahead. Here we go. Ray Lex then into turn 3. Nicky's late on the brakes, but Ray Lex is going to try and get on the inside. Ray Lex back on the inside of the... This is it now. I can commentate in the dry, Brown. This is easy for me now. Triss going to get on the back now of Nicky. As Fiborino is going to drive inside the Aston Marino. Oh, God. Oh, wow.
And it's a big ding-dong battle between Nicky and Rayleigh. Rayleigh maintains the position, and it's great racing and respect from both drivers.
What we're going to do about Fiborino, Bram, because he's actually driving for everyone, and that can't really be allowed.
Yeah, we'll see after the race.
Like, I think it's just put Triss off. I don't know, though.
Yeah, it definitely puts you off when there's a guy driving through you. Never experienced it in real life myself, but I definitely have in the F1 games.
Weird. Right then, Mafio leads by 6 tenths, and Fiborino has now got past Nicky. I've never seen this before, Bram.
Yeah, this is... I'm not sure how this has happened, and it's definitely putting Nicky off.
Yeah, this is a bit dodge. I don't think Fiborino should really be allowed the victory here. This is very dodge. So we have to see what stewards decide.
He's going for a move on Trixie at the back, but he decides to back out of it. He keeps it safe.
What will the steward say though, Bram, about this?
We'll see, we'll see. And Fiborino's next target to drive through is Rayleigh.
He's definitely got the pace, but obviously he can't just drive through drivers. It's just that just doesn't
That's
run.
not racing.
Yeah, that's just driving through people. So
That's purple.
he is definitely the quickest guy. He is definitely the quickest guy out on the circuit, but
that's not how you want to win a race, Maldi.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to drive through people, do you?
That's not really very realistic, to be fair. Nicky's gonna get involved as well, I reckon. They're going side by side at the back. CHR Volta and Nikolai are going side by side. Volta's going down the inside. He squeezed Nikolai off the track, but Nikolai keeps position. He sends it around the outside.
Very late braking from the Williams. Very late braking there. Gonna power out and Volta's through P6.
Fast. Good move from Volta and good respect from both drivers. Rayleigh's got to go down the inside of his race rival.
Mafio's having none of that. Mafio just said, "No, you're not taking this away from me." Mafio's gone wide
once again. He keeps going wide there. I'm not sure if he's getting warnings or not. But if he's not, that's definitely something you should look into, because you can't do that.
Yeah, this is very dodgy from Fiborino at the moment.
It's looking like a disqualification, to be fair, because
yeah, this is not. He's putting Mafio off like really badly as well.
Yeah.
But I just say to Mafio, just let Fiborino go, let his AI go, just try and manage the gap to Rayleigh. Fiborino's going to smoke him in the first sector anyway. So just let him go, let him do his thing.
Nicky's looking to go for a move. And Viborino grabs the
Oh,
lead.
and Maffio's made a big mistake there because he's had
Oh,
Viborino.
Maniacs keeps it, but he spins
Oh,
right
and Nick is off the circuit. Tris is now going to come at him. This is crucial.
The two
Oh,
champions.
really? That was really X. I thought that was Nicky.
No, Nicky went off the track as well. He had to take avoiding action, and that meant Tris could get past quite easily.
And Maffio span. Oh no, Maffio's across the circuit.
But he's kept it on the track, and he rejoins in P6. Oh my days, crazy action here on lap 24.
What is going on? Oh God. I feel a bit bad now, you know, Bram. I feel a little bit bad. Nikolai's gone a bit wide there. That was Maffio's opportunity, Bram. That was his chance.
Definitely, yeah, he did have a penalty though. Nicky's so far the only one who's really in contention for the win to not have a penalty. Speaking of contention, they're going side by side, the two championship rivals, Nicky and Tris. Nicky seems to have the upper hand today, Maldi. He's got some great pace. He's consistently been ahead of Tris. Volta now is right up the back of Tris. Is he gonna go for a move? Tris goes defensive, covering off the inside. Volta might be able to go for a bit of a switchback. He gets a decent exit off turn 5. He doesn't have the traction to go for a move. Tris goes a bit wide though, and now he does have the traction to go for a move. He's right up his gearbox. Is he gonna send it down the inside? Yes, he is. And Tris defends that position very nicely, Mali. Just left enough space, but it compromised Volta's line into Samsung corner. And now Nikolai is right up the back of Volta, and it's a 4-way fight for the lead here, Maldi. What are your thoughts? Who's gonna win?
Nicky.
Yeah, I think so too. He looks mighty. He's got some great pace, and no one seems to really be able to keep up with him, even though they've got DRS. And Nikolai's going for a move on Volta, Maldi. They're going side by side.
Running outside, he's gonna have a better exit.
It's a very bad switchback attempt, I can't lie.
Yeah,
I have to keep it
not
real.
bad. Have to keep it real in STB, Bram.
Alright, then there's 7 laps to go. And still all to play for Nicky. He's the only one without a penalty so far, which is big. And I think with the laps, with the clock ticking, the win is coming closer and closer to Nicky. It's looking likely he's gonna pick up another win here today. But it's not over yet, and we've seen plenty of drivers make mistakes so far this race. And Nicky could very well be one of those.
Well, it's going to be interesting considering that Viborino has got the opportunity to drive through drivers. So that is mad in terms of the battle for the victory. But I'll tell you something, it's a 7-car DRS train, Bram.
Yeah,
Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that in the wet conditions? Yeah,
the field was so spaced out, but now everyone's got back together because of the safety car and the drying track. And Kukran's managed to catch back up again, so that's good for him. Maffio's made another mistake. He's really struggling on those rear tires here.
Yeah, the rear tires do take a battering around this track.
Kukran takes an excellent line. Through Samsung corner, Maffio has another squiggle of the exit. His back end behaving like blurred lines. Rafael Williams.
That was not good, Bram.
And Robin thick.
Tris then in the slipstream of Nicky. Nicky's in the
They're not
slipstream of
gonna go for a
Reno.
move, but you know who is gonna go for a move? Crookon and Mafio are gonna go side by side into turn 1. Crookon backs off though, because Mafio would have just sliced his front wing clean off. Is Crookon gonna be able to go for a move down into turn 5 though? Is he gonna dive it? He is not. And Crookon will have to wait another lap, but Mafio seems to be struggling. Struggling. Speaking of struggling, Tris is now only 2/10 behind Nicky, but Volta is right behind Tris as well. Is he gonna go for a move into this corner once again? No, he's not. Is he gonna go for a bit of a switch back? He's not able to.
Nikolai's looking pretty feisty as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Crookon as well now on the back of Mafio, so it's really kicking off in his closing stages of the Portuguese Grand Prix. Who's going to win? I think it's going to be Nicky Brown.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Nicky's going to pick up yet another victory. It's been a dominant season so far for Nicky. DRS for the Alfa Romeo.
Oh,
and sorry, Nicky has had some lag. Nicky's had lag there.
Oh, and Crooken's had a big wobble off the exit of turn 1. Mafio goes in wide into the hairpin, so Crooken can't capitalize because of the wobble, and it's very close for the podium battle. Nicky, Tris and Volta are going right at it. They're so close to each other, man. Oh, and there's contact.
Volta then round the outside.
Volta's got some good pace, you know. Is he gonna go for it down the inside of this corner?
I mean, he is a tier 1 driver, Bram. I would hope he did.
Yeah, definitely, but he's picked up some great pace during this race. And Nikolai is just sticking with them as well. Impressive stuff from him. Sticking with the championship rivals and the tier 1 driver. Volta's got a good run on Tris. He's not got any ERS to play with. Tris doesn't have ERS either. Same goes for Nicky and Nikolai. Mafio doesn't have ERS. Crookon doesn't have ERS, and Crookon doesn't have balls to go for a move either.
Very stationary at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all looking so promising, but they're just not making the move, Nadi.
I think they're using very similar setups because they thought it was gonna. They probably thought it was going to be wet for the majority of the Grand Prix, so they just opted for the wet setups. So they got very similar setups on. I don't really think there's much differentiation.
If they don't have the same setup, well, Matt would be last because he's the worst driver.
Well, he's P6 at the minute, so.
No, they've not all got the same setup on. Right then, Volta once again looking very spicy off the back of Tris.
Looking spicy.
It's just how I like to say things, man. And now Nikolai is right off the back of Volta, so Nikolai not only keeping up, and Matt picks up another penalty. He's also looking to go for a move, maybe.
I think it was a stretch, Bram, to think that Matt could potentially
Crookens
win
going for a move
the
on
race.
Matty. Finally. And oh, it's such a boring move. No side-by-side action, just clean past. And Matty's had a big wobble, but he keeps it on the track.
Yeah, Bram had a little guest then in his room, com box. Do excuse us there.
We've had an
Nicky
invader in the com box. Matty's gonna go for a big dive down the inside of Crookon. And that was a big invasion as well of Crooken's bubble in down. Oh, and then Matty goes short round the outside of turn 7. What a move from Mafio, and Crooken has to do all the work to get past.
I think Crooken might have a bit of damage.
Volta and Tris are side by side as well. Volta picks up another penalty and gets a big what's it called? Wobble of the exit.
What's it called? I think Crooker might have some front wing damage. Don't know if you can see that, but Nicky is in the slipstream now. Fiorino.
And the intruder came back in.
Nicky's going for the lead, Bram, of the Portuguese Grand Prix.
And he's got it on track as well. Fiorino's stuff seems to be dropping off.
So he's just glitched them. Okay, he's glitched.
There's a yellow flag. Nikolai has done such a good job this race to keep up with the leaders, but all that hard work has been undone. And it's looking likely he's going to be finishing around P7.
Not even P7 because he's got 6 seconds of penalties and he's trying to get a 3-second gap to Trix and Ray Lex. And Trix has a bad moment out there. That might do it for Nikolai. And Ray Lex is through on the Mercedes, so he's up in a P8.
Back to the front then. Volta's missed one round. We've missed the action. And Maffio's gonna exit right behind him. But I think Volta has the pace to keep Maffio behind, to be fair. Maffio goes in deep as well. But I think Volta and Trish made contact, Mali.
I don't know. I don't know.
Right then, Nicky sets the fastest lap of the race so far. So there's a Mercedes off the track. Trixie seems to have bottled it. Nikolai's going for a move on Crooker on the final lap.
Look at the closing speed here.
Oh, and Nikolai's chosen the wrong side to go for a move, but he goes for a beautiful switchback. But it's not a switchback if you start off the track. I'm not sure what he tried to do there. He could have just easily gone down the inside. Interesting stuff there. Speaking of interesting stuff, Maffio's gonna go for a dive on Volta, but he just doesn't have the braking power over the Aston Marino.
It's the final lap already.
To stop.
Oh my. The final lap, Bram.
Yeah. And they're not gonna be able to go for any further moves unless they're gonna get real ballsy with it, like Radiax might be able to do. But Nicky is gonna come across the line to extend his championship lead and win the Grand Prémio do Portugal.
Grand Prémio do Portugal. Fourth is gonna be Volata. Maffio is fifth. Sixth is Nikolai. Krucken is fifth in the end. Sixth Relic, seventh Maffio, eighth Nikolai, and ninth then coming round the penultimate corner, coming into the final corner now when he span.
Trixie doing a bit of low mowing. Dilemma finishing a lap down, but that's of course all due to his 2 spins in the wet face.
And his AI mode as well. And Trixie's having a great time with those hot tyres. And hopefully today he will cross the line in P9 to get the final 2 points of the Portuguese Grand Prix around the final corner.
And that's the Portuguese Grand Prix over.
That is Tier 2 Portugal. So then, Bram, we're gonna say the provisional podium. Nicky, Tris, and Fiorino, but obviously Fiorino, we don't know what's going to happen with him due to his glitch driving through drivers, which is not allowed. He might just maybe drop to the back of the. I don't know. It depends what the stewards think. But Nicky is your Portuguese race winner. The Portuguese Grand Prix race winner. Second is Tris. And it's raining.
Once
Lovely.
again.
Fiorino was third in the end, but we don't know what's going to happen about that. Volata P4, Crookham P5, Rayleigh X P6, Maffeo P7, 8th was Nikolai, 10th was Trixie, and your non-finishers were Dilemma, Andriox, Dan Souza, AR Jack X, Ripley SPL, and Skiman 112. Bram, not the best of races, but very eventful in the closing 10 laps. I think driver of the day has got to go to Nicky. He obviously had that spear in the intermediate period. I don't even know if he's banned, but definitely driver of the day from me. That is then. I don't think we're gonna have any interviews. I don't think so. That is then, Bram, your STB Racing League Season 19 TF2 Portuguese Grand Prix. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a big moment. This is a big moment. You have to join us for tomorrow's Tier 3 Portuguese Grand Prix. You can join Maffeo in the commentary box, because in action at the Autódromo do Maldido, no Portugal, is going to be me, the man himself, STB Maldi. Watch me in action. But if you're stupid enough not to watch that, then you can join us next week. The calendar is back in sync, all tiers, and we go to the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. That was a mouthful. For the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. We'll see you next time.
Oh shit, I need to end.